Good evening, class. Today we are going to be interpreting BoxPlot or using BoxPlots to interpret data. If you could go ahead and get out this worksheet. So we're continuing on from BoxPlots, which we did yesterday. And so we are going to go ahead and answer a few questions. So let's take a look at this. It says, a police officer monitored the speeds of vehicles traveling on a highway. Drivers received speeding tickets if they drove more than 70 miles per hour. Based on the box plot, which percentage of drivers received tickets? So there's some basic things we need to go over. Remember how we say that these are in quartiles, right? Quartiles means 25% of the data. So each piece here is 25% of the data. Doesn't matter how big or how small the data is, each piece is 25%. The bigger it is, the more variability there is, but it still holds 25% of the data. So we have to go back to this question and looking at it, we're realizing that if you drove more than 70 miles an hour, obviously this is not Texas, but we'll go with it. You're going to get a ticket. So I'm going to find where that is. And I am going to look at my data from that point. So here's my 70 miles an hour. And I'm looking at this part of the data. What percent of our data falls within this range? That's right. It's 50% because we have the third and fourth quartile. This is Q3 and Q4. That line. So it's the upper two quartiles or 50% of the data. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. It says the box plot below shows the number of daily visitors who visited two websites over 7 days. What is the difference in the interquartile ranges of the website visitors? Now, remember, this is your interquartile range, right? Here to here and here to here. So we need to find two IQRs. So the first one is 85 minus 65. So my IQR is 20. And I got that by just coming straight down here. I have 85. I have 65. I subtracted Q1 from Q3. Now I'm going to look at the second website. And I have 85 again, but this time I have 75. What is 85 minus 75? 10. Now let's go back to that problem because it says, what is the difference in the interquartile ranges? Well, I have my two interquartile ranges. My first one was 20. My second one was 10. The difference means to subtract. So the difference in interquartile ranges is 10. Okay, let's look at another problem. Jason and Kendra created box plots to display the data listed below. Who created a box plot that correctly displays the data? How do you know? First thing we're going to do is we're going to list our data from least to greatest. 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16. Okay, so we are going to find our median first. So we're going to cross off dot, 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 dot. My median is 11. So we're going to look at our data and we're going to realize the median needs to be at 11. Okay, before I even go any further, we can see that Kendra has the wrong median. Oh, sorry, 10. Back that up, Ms. Williams. Okay, my median is supposed to be at 10. I'm looking at Jason's data. So Kendra displays the right and Jason displays it wrong. So, sorry, Jason has the wrong median at 10. See, look, I can't today, guys. Kendra has the correct median at 10. Okay, so, okay, let's look at this one. It says identify the percentages of each section above the interquartile range of the box plot below. So each section is what percentage? We just talked about this. They're all 25%. Doesn't matter how big, how small, they're always 25%. That's why we're using the word quartile, because it means 25%. Now, it wants us to find the IQR. We use Q3, the end of the box, minus Q1, the beginning of the box. 27 minus 23 is 4. That is your IQR. Okay, let's take a look at this one. The list below shows the high temperatures for Gary, Ohio for 1 week. Use a box plot to display the data. So we need to put these in order. I'm going to write them above it. So I have 68, 70, 75, 76, 77, and 2 79s. Okay, first thing we're going to do is lower. Our lower extreme is 68, or our minimum. Our upper extreme is 79. Let's find our median. Cross off, dot, 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 dot. Our median is 76. Now we're going to look at, for our Q1, what is the median of the lower half of the data? These three numbers right here, our median is 70. Now we're going to look at the upper half of the data, 77, 79, 79. The median is 79. How do I find IQR? We need to subtract. Q3 minus Q1, 79 minus 70 is 9. That is my IQR. Okay, now we have to draw our box plot. So I put a dot at 68. That was kind of a lousy 68. Hold on. Make it a little bit bigger. Okay, 68, 79, 70, 76, and 79. This is kind of going to be a funny looking box plot, because when we draw this, we're going to see something weird. Okay, because my end point and so sorry, cancel, stop. There's this, okay, and then I need to draw in my whisker, so I draw to this line. But look at here, my Q3 and my upper whisker are the same point, so I don't have an upper whisker. It's the same thing, okay? But this is what your box plot looks like. This is your data. You could give me your range from this, which would be 79 minus 68. You could give me your IQR and your median. Okay, we're going to do one more problem. It says, what is the difference between the range and the interquartile range in the box plot shown? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find the range, which is our biggest number minus our smallest. So we have 14 minus 0. And then it asked me to find IQR, which is Q3 minus Q1, which is the end of the box minus the beginning of the box, which is 5. Now, read that question again. It says, what is the difference between them? You can't just write this and walk away. Yes, this is IQR, this is range. But that is not what it asked you to find. It asked you to find the difference between them. So you need to subtract. So the difference between them is 9. Okay, when you guys get to class, we are going to be working more on this, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.